सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवभीष्टसपूर्वकं गुरुगणैरशीषसम्भूषितं चिन्तचन्तसमस्तवेदनिपुणं श्रीरूपपन्थानुगं गोविन्दाभिदम् उज्ज्वलं वर्तनं भक्तेरन्वितं सुन्दरं वन्दे विश्वगुरुं च दिव्यभगवत्प्रेम्णो हि बीजप्रदम् देवं दिव्यतनुं सुचन्दवदनं बालार्कुचैलाञ्छितं सान्द्रानन्दपुरं सदैकवर्णं वैराग्यविद्याम्बुधिं श्रीसिद्धान्तनिधिं सुभक्तिलसितां सरस्वतानाम्बरं वन्दे तं शुभदं मदेकशरणं नाशीश्वरं श्रीधरम् श्रीसिद्धान्त सरस्वतीति विदितो गौडिया गर्वान्वये भातो भानुर्प्रभात गगने यो गौरसङ्कीर्तनाय मायावादतिमिङ्गलोधर्गतान् उद्धर्यते जीवानिमान् कृष्णप्रेम सुधाब्धि गहन सुखं प्रदात् प्रभुं तं भजे। नमो गौरकिशोराय भक्तावधूतमूर्तये गौरांगी पद्मभृंगाय राधाभावनिषेविने वन्दे भक्तिविनोदं श्रीगौरशक्तिस्वरूपकं भक्तिशास्त्राज्ञसम्राजं राधारासुधानिधिम् गौरवजाशताशेर वैष्णवेरवन्दे विग्रहं जगन्नाथ प्रभुं वन्दे प्रेमाब्धिं वृद्धवैष्णवं वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यां नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौराधिषे नमः। So we'll sing the song on page 162, I believe. No? Something else? No. Page 172. That is Atmanivedan by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And Atmanivedan means offering yourself for the pleasure of the Lord. So Nivedan is pleading somebody to accept what is being offered. And what is being offered is Atma, your essence of existence. So very wonderful song this is. Atma Nivedan tuya pade kori hoinu param sukhi. Atma Nivedana tuya pade kori hoinu param sukhi. Dukha dure gelo chinta na rahilo. Dukha dure gelo chinta na rahilo. Dukha dure gelo chinta na rahilo. Chodik anand dekhi. Dukha dure gelo chinta na rahilo. Chodik anand dekhi. Ashoka abhaya amrita adhar tomara charana dvaya. Ashoka abhaya amrita adhara tomara charana dvaya. Ahete kona visham lobhiya. Ahete kona visham
Gaudiya,
Chadinu bhavera bhaya,
Chadinu bhavera bhaya,
Tomara sansar koribo shakati, Naibo phaler bhagi.
Tomara sansare
Koribo sevana,
Naibo phalera bhagi.
Tav sukha jahe koribo jatana,
Tav sukha jahe koribo jatana,
hoy pade anuragi,
hoye pade anuragi.
Tomara sevaya dukha hoy jato, soito param sukha.
Tomara sevaya
Dukha hoy jato, soito param sukha. Seva sukha dukha param sampada,
sukha dukha parama sampada,
nasho avidya dukha,
nasho
avidya dukha. Purva itihas bholinu sakal, seva sukha premane. Purva itihas bholinu sakal, seva sukha premane. Ami to tomar, tumi to amar,
ami to tomara, tumi to amara,
ki kaj aparadhane,
ki kaj aparadhane.
Bhakti vinod anande dubiya, tomara sevar tore.
Bhakti vinod
Anande dubiya, tomara sevar tore. Sab cheshta kori tav ichha mat,
तव चेष्टा कोरी तव इच्छा मत,
ठाकिया tomara ghore,
ठाकिया तुम्हारा घोरे.
आत्मनिवेदन तुया पदे कोरी, होइनु परम सुखी.
आत्मा निवेदना तुया पदे कोरी, होइनु परम सुखी.
So there are 6 stanzas here, and each is full of such ecstatic conception of surrender. Very beautiful this is. And of course this is written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who formulates these kirtans for us really. This is what the living entity is yearning for. But Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is not from this plane. He is from that transcendental plane, but he has created this for us. And this is very, very similar to Sri Bhagavad Gita is not Krishna preaching something to Arjun. No. Arjun is simply a proxy receptor so that the rest of the world can benefit from this condensation of all the Bhagavats and Puranas. They are getting condensed into 700 verses that can be received in one sitting if you want, compared to trying to master Vedas over years and years. And for me, the only way I can master Vedas is if I live many lives. But all that is condensed, and Arjun is just receiving it, and Krishna is just giving the condensed, giving himself away. For whose benefit? For the benefit of the people in the Kali Yuga, for us. Similarly, all the kirtans that are sung by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, those are really, he's acting as a proxy for the fallen souls like us. And this really rings a bell as to, this is who we are, this is what we are trying to strive for. So it starts with, Atma Nivedan Tuya Pade Kori. Atma is a Sanskrit word which means the essence of existence. So it is said that the living entities, if you reduce all the living entities, take away all the onion covers on top of it, because the onion covers that we have entangled in this material world is, I am this body, my name is this, I live here, I am this, I, all these entanglements by which I'm trying to qualify myself. These are nothing but the onion covers of me. That is not me really. When I say I am XYZ, I'm really starting from a very gross conception. And then if I think about it, and if there's some mercy from Gurudev, then we may understand, okay, we are not this body. Then if you are not this body, then who you are? Some intellectual people will say, oh, I am the one who is thinking, I am the thinker. So this mind, I am the master of the mind, not thinking that mind is chasing him like the tail wagging the dog, or dog is thinking I'm wagging the tail, and the tail is thinking I'm driving the dog, right? So more subtle than the gross is the mind. But then where is the mind? Some people will say mind is in the head, in the brain somewhere. Some says no, the mind is in the heart, and my heart is thinking like that. But it's hard for anybody to say, hey, Prabhu, can you tell me where is your mind? You cannot easily place where is your mind. Where is that essence that you say you are? Then if you are a scientist or somebody, you will say, okay, the mind is not really contained in the brain. Brain is acting as a proxy. The mind is somewhere in the quantum world, outside, inside and outside the brain. That is truly what it is. If you are a student of information technology, or if you're a neurosurgeon, that's the best we understand. The mind is really outside, somewhere in the quantum field. Is that you? No, I'm not that. There's something more subtle than the mind, and the Vedas talk about the subtle body that we have. There is a sthul body. Sthul is the material, gross body, which is comprising of the 5 elements, pancha tattva. And when the soul leaves the body, this body, the pancha tattva, go back to the environment. But along with the body may merge back into the panchabhut, but the subtle body continues to move forward, carrying the entanglements of this life into the next one, into the next body. It is the subtle body that is going. What is that subtle body comprising of? There are the 3 elements, mana, buddhi, ahankar. The mind, the intelligence, and the false ego. So one may say, more subtle than the gross body is the subtle body. And we think mind is more subtle, but that is not who you are. Because the mind is being supervised by the intellect. And the intellect is trying to feed into the desires and whims of the false ego. But really it is the false ego that has brought us back into this, that has brought into this foreign land called material world. We are not, our essence is not the false ego. Our essence is the real ego. That real element of self, that is what is called as Atma. Because once we are freed from the material entanglement by the mercy of the Lord, then this subtle body goes away. The mind, man, buddhi, ahankar goes away. So even just like the gross body goes away, the subtle body will also go away. So who am I? I am not the mind. Neither am I the intelligence that is supervising the mind. Neither am I the false ego. I am truly speaking, I am beyond this. And that is what is called Atma, my notion of existence. Atma is the one which eliminates the experience plane by projecting consciousness. So it is very hard. One may say Atma is same as consciousness. What you will see is Atma and consciousness are kind of synonym. They exist almost together. Just like in an atom, you have a proton and electron. They kind of exist together, right? Similarly, the Atma is with consciousness. Consciousness is that capability that allows you to experience without requiring any instrumentation. You don't need body, you don't need mind, you don't need anything. Atma and consciousness is self-aware, self-illuminating. For example, I say, Prabhu, how are you feeling today? And you're feeling great. Then you say, I'm feeling happy. That notion of happiness is known by your consciousness that you are feeling happiness. It's not your mind telling you I'm feeling happy. It's not your intelligence telling you I'm happy. It is that Atma which is covered by consciousness. Consciousness properties that it knows. So we are saying Atma. Atma Nivedan. I am offering myself to you, O Lord. Nivedan. I am praying, pleading, Nivedan. I am requesting you, O Lord. Please use me, I am yours. Please use me so that you may be pleased. Whatever is going to make you happy, use me for that cause. I am Atma Nivedan. Tuya pad kori. Tuya your. Pade on your feet. Kori doing the action. I am performing this action at the feet of you, O Lord. Atma Nivedan. I am offering myself at your feet. Hoinu param sukhi. Hoinu, to happen. In the process, I happen to be. Hoinu, happen to be. Param, supremely sukhi, happy, pleased. I become very, very happy by offering myself, my whole existence onto your feet. Atma Nivedan tuya pode kori, hoinu param sukhi. Dukh dure gelo. Dukh, sorrow. Dure, far away. Gelo, gone. Now offering myself onto you, sorrow has gone away. Chinta na rahilo. Chinta, worry, anxiety is chinta. Na, not, rahilo, stays. And there is no anxiety left. This is the sign, this is that sign. When you're offering yourself on, you're surrendering onto the lotus feet of the Lord is, what happens right away is, you are crossing over from here to there. And that when you cross over, what happens? You are no more here. Because being entangled in the material world requires, the intrinsic property of being entangled in the material world is, you're full of anxiety, chinta. So now that I have surrendered to you, chinta na rahilo, I am freed from this thing that was on the monkey on my back, which was always anxiety. And not only am I freed, the positive aspect of, crossing over this entanglement is, I am dukkha dure gelo. All my sorrows have gone away. And you think about it. Most of the time the living entities, at least I can say for myself, I'm always concerned about chinta, anxiety. Oh, I lost my job, my company shut down, I need to find another job. And that's my true self today. That's my worry. Truly speaking, Gurudev and the Lord has given me enough that maybe I don't need a job. I can still, but then there is always that attachment. No, it'll be good. I can have some more, something more, right? So that is worries. The chinta is also, what happens if the stock market crashes? What happens if my children are not very successful? Here, like a fool I am. I don't even have control over my future, but I'm worried about guaranteeing the good future of my children. As if I'm the Lord. I am the Ishwar, I am the God. So these are chinta. Unnecessarily we have taken on this false pretense, the false ego, to say, I'm the controller. And this is my wife, this is my children, this is my house, these are my friends. And then I have developed some expectation of exploitation and some pride to go feed me. And that really is of this nature, this is of the lower nature. And that is the cause of anxiety. And once all the energy that we have done does not fructify, then I become angry. And I've become very sorrowful. How come? I did so much work and yet I did not get that. And I have dukh, I'm full of sorrow. I'm full of sorrow when things are beyond my control. Somebody that I am a lot of affection for, if some affliction comes to that person, then that affliction, that sorrow I also feel, right? So that is the nature of entanglement with material beings. So once I surrender, dukkha duregulus, sorrow has gone away, chinta nahira, and there is nothing left to worry about. Chaudik anande dekhi, and instead what has happened now? Chaudik, chau is 4. In all the 4 directions, I see bliss and happiness only. Chaudik, 4 directions. Anand, bliss. Dekhi, see. I see happiness everywhere. Once I have taken away these artificial titles for myself, artificial notion of who I am, and all the associated entanglements, then I am seeing happiness everywhere. And this is where Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, a person who is truly a sadhu, to him, he sees the whole world samdarshi as one and the same. It is extension of the Lord. A dog eater or a Brahmin or a Pandit, he sees everything is good, and he does not differentiate. So that is that.
Prabhu?
Yes.
And what about the destiny of each person?
Destiny of
Each person.
each person?
What about the destiny of each person?
Yes, very good question. So in the beginning, that Atma Nivedan, that notion of the concept of existence, my true essence. My true essence is I am a living entity, Jivatma. And I have come from, I am an expansion of the expansion of Mahavishnu, who is an expansion of that Supreme Being, Bhagwan. So each Atma, each living entity is ever existing and separate and distinct from every other living entity. So my point of existence, I'm infinitely small, but I'm still unique. And similarly, you are unique, and you are unique, and you are unique. And each one of us have our own plane of consciousness and plane of experience. So, sorry, what was your question again?
What about
Each person's destiny, yes. So each one of us are on our own unique journey of experience. Each one of us. And thus, what we experience arises from, there is a word in Sanskrit which is called
Sukrit?
loosely in English, it will translate to willing. Whatever I think, whatever I think, and for thinking you don't need the brain. That living entity, whatever it wishes to experience, Krishna is very merciful. It allows that living entity to have that experience in whichever way. Krishna as the super soul gives energy and enables that living entity to experience that. So to answer your question, what about our destiny? Each one of us have our own destiny, which is defined by what we seek. Whatever we desire will happen. In the material world, it is hard because whatever we desire does not always happen. But once we free up our entanglement and once we are more free, then you will see that whatever you desire does happen. And then you will be more careful in desiring because you don't want to desire things that you don't want to happen, right? So be careful in what you desire. That regime will come about. So each one of us have our own destiny. And truly speaking, the destiny is a notion. It is an abstraction that we think it is a destiny. But truly speaking, it is nothing but the sequence of willing that we do. Whatever we will is the path the destiny is creating for you. That this great super consciousness, this experience plane is going to do that for us. So related to that, and a little detour from this, but we have all the time in the world. This is Govinda Mela, so we can always dive deep into it, right? Destiny does not mean it is predestined by somebody else. Destiny does say, yes, this is what is going to happen next. Just like you're driving a car and you're driving at 60 miles an hour and you are driving straight into the highway. So you have yourself decided, you are sitting in a car and you know for sure soon enough you're going to cross the 1 mile and then the 2nd mile and the 3rd mile, right? It is going to happen. Now is it car deciding that you are going to go on the highway? Truly speaking, no. It is, I have decided to drive the car on a given path. And as I am driving the car is moving and it looks like the destination is coming and coming and coming and I can see more and more things, right? So truly speaking, as our Gurudev and all the exalted Vaishnavas have reminded us that destiny and what happens to us in this life or the next life, what species will be born, is really determined by my previous karmas. My previous karmas that are sanchit, accumulated. And those karmas are accumulating what? My will. I want to do this. I want. Will. All these desires are going to this bank of karma to say, okay, these are all the things you want to experience. Okay, here is a roller coaster ride. Drive this one, and after you have gone through this roller coaster, you can get into the queue and experience it one more time, or go to another roller coaster, or another one, or another one. These are all accumulated desires, and these desires are you are on the way to experience it, and in a way you call that, this is my destiny. But really that destiny came about because I created those set of desires in my accumulated karmas. So to say that my destiny is controlled by somebody else, I think that requires correction, that requires adjustment. Once we understand that my destiny really is determined by my karmas, my own karmas. So if I chose to drive my car straight on the highway, or if I chose to hit another car, or I chose to hit that car into an accident, really it is not that the car drove you into an accident or somebody else resulted in an accident. It was really my own willing that caused it. So once we get to that understanding, at least that's the way I understand from the senior Vaishnavas and Gurudev and the scriptures, that is how we need to understand destiny. We continue to always have the free will to choose, the free will to will. Free will is ability to will. Right? Correct? So we continue to have that free will. It may be a very small. I may be like an ant, and an ant only has certain amount of free will, but still it has a free will. Right? It is up to me, it is up to my free will to see reality. And if it out of my free will, if I see, oh, I am an Atma, and I have come from this personality, and I have this relationship with personality, and I think that relationship is beautiful, let me fruitify that relationship. Then it is my choice to either look at that value proposition or turn my back and want to lord over the dark side. It truly, that free will is up to us. So it is our free will by which we can accumulate our karmas that really determine our destiny. So a long answer, but I think it's still, it is worth deliberating about, asking these very high questions, because they result in understanding the fundamental nature of existence. Yeah. Right. So Atmanivedan Duyapade Kori Hoinu Param Sukhi Dukha Dure Gelo Chinta Na Rahilo Chaudika Anande Dekhi. I'm seeing in all the four directions happiness only. Joy. And Ashok Abhay Amrit Adhar Tomara Charan Dvaya. Next stanza. Tomara Charan Dvaya. Tomara, your charan, feet, Dvaya, two. Your 2 feet are Amrit Adhar Ashok Abhay. Your 2 feet are Ashok Abhay. Ashok. In Sanskrit, Shok means sorrow. Ashok means freedom from sorrow. Being not sorrowful is Ashok. Abhay. Is a negation, just like in English and the Western Indo-European language. Wherever you put a in English, it negates the meaning of that, right? And that is because Sanskrit and Indo-European languages are coming from the same family, tree of family, or family tree of languages. So Ashok, free of sorrow. Abhay, not being afraid. Bhaya means fear. Abhay is fearless, fearlessness. And Ashok is freedom from fear. They are Adhar, they are the foundation of Amrit, the ambrosial juice that gives eternal life. That is Amrit. So, Tomara Charana Doya, these 2 feet of yours, O Lord, they are the foundation of the ambrosial rasa, which gives Ashok and Abhay, which gives fearlessness and freedom from sorrow. Because now that I know what is my connection with you, O Lord, what do I have to, what loss do I have by losing these unwanted relationships or unwanted qualifications that I have taken on myself? And so that is giving me Ashok, nothing to be sorrowful of. And Abhay, nothing to be afraid of. If I get an inheritance of $1 billion, why do I have to worry about losing my wallet or something. Don't care. Right? So that is abhay. I'm fearless. I don't care about my wallet here or there. Let it. So what? So as long as I have access to this beautiful relationship to the most supreme, most loving entity, I'm abhay, I'm fearless. Right? So Ashoka Abhay Amritadhar Tumara Charan Dvaya. Your two lotus feet are the source of foundation, Adhar, foundation of that everlasting ambrosia. Taete ekona bishram lobhiya chadino bhaver bhaya. Now that I am there, now that I am at your lotus feet, I am desirous of lobh. Lobh is greed. Lobhiya. I am desirous of what? Vishram. Taking rest. Finally, I don't want to go anywhere around. Now I want to be here. And that is just like the first time I dealt with a Vaishnava, and that was Sripad Krishna Prabhu. I went to his class, Bhagavad Gita class. And when Krishna Prabhu started teaching Bhagavad Gita class, within 5-10 minutes, I realized, this is what I have been seeking. I have finally found my home. I want to now be here, Vishramalobhya. I want to just stay here now. And I'm desirous of that. Lobhya, lobe. I have a greed. I'm greedy to take rest now. Now that I have come in here. Chadinu bhaver bhaya. And by giving up, chadinu is by giving up. The feeling, the word that English word that I was thinking of, will, the Sanskrit is bhav. The Sanskrit is bhav. Bhav and bhav are related, but little. Bhav is that root cause of all causes, that causes desire from your heart. Bhav. And so, for example, you might have seen in the Vedas and in Puranas, etc., somebody does very high penance to Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma, and if they become very pleased, then they ask, okay, why don't you ask a boon, right? And whenever they ask for the boon, what do they say? Tatha astu bhava. Let that, what you have desired, happen. Bhava. Another name for bhava, very, very beautiful relationship is the bhava, the bhavana. Bhavana is that root of feeling. Feeling is called bhavana. Feeling comes from that cause of wanting something. Oh, I want to be near my Gurudev. That is a bhav. That is a bhavana. I have a desire. You know, some desires are good, or some desires are truly precious, some other are not that high kind of desire, right? So there are some desires that can be very subtle and very high value. So bhav, chadinu bhaver bhaya. I have now given up the bhaya, the fear that comes from being in this ocean of bhavana. This material world is compared to an ocean which comprises of waves, where each wave is a desire. Chadinu bhaver bhaya. I am now freeing myself from this sansar, which is an ocean of bhavana. So bhaver bhaya here is being talked about as the ocean of sansar. Tomara sansare kori sevan nahi bo phaler bhagi. Now, O Lord, in your sansar, in your world, tomara sansar, in your plane of existence, Karibu Sevan, I will be a servitor to you. Naibo Phaler Bhagi, and whatever service I do for you, the fruits of that phala, Nahibo Phaler Bhagi, the fruits of that my service to you, I will have no claim to that fruit. That fruit of service to you is for your pleasure and for your enjoyment. Nahibo Phaler Bhagi, in all that seva, Dandavat Prabhu, always wonderful to see you. Jai Gurudev. Nahibo Phaler Bhagi is, I do this service for you and I have no attachment to the fruits of that. It is truly meant for you. Can you remember that verse of Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says this? Karmannera vidharistu. You have the duty to do karma, but phaler, the fruits of that action, you don't be attached to that. That is what is being said is. Now that I am doing service unto you, I have no connection, no claim to the fruits of that service. That is for your pleasure, offered to you. Tava sukha jahe koribo jatan hoye pade anuragi. Tava, you, sukh, happiness, jahe, in that thing that pleases you, that gives you happiness, that thing that gives you happiness. Karibo jatan, I will put my endeavors to do those things. Yatan in Sanskrit is yatna, effort, endeavor. I would endeavor to do those things that is pleasing to you. That's exactly how we try to serve our Gurudev. That is, we ask Gurudev, will it please you, O Gurudev? Can I do this for you? That is the right thing to always ask. Not to say, Gurudev wants to sit down and you're removing the chair. That is not service. Right? So ask your Gurudev, whoever you're trying to serve, to say, what is going to please you? Let me try to do something, some endeavor that is going to please you. Tava se sukha jahe koribo jatan hoye pade anuragi. And in the process, I develop some affection to your lotus feet. Anurag. So in this kind of seva, then I develop some anurag, some affection to your feet. Tomara sevaya dukha hoye jato soito parama sukha. Tomara seva, in your service. Dukha hoye yato. Yato means if. If in the process of doing service unto you, tomara seva, if some difficulty come upon me that gives me some sorrow, there is a cloudburst and all that cloudburst comes onto me because I'm going out to do certain things. Even if I get some dukh, some difficulty, soito param sukh, that'll be a cause of great happiness to me. Finally I got to do something difficult for my Lord, for my service, rather than doing the easy thing. I got something that is worthwhile. Tomara sevaya dukkha hoye jato. Yati, if I get some difficulties, that will be a cause of param sukh, great happiness to me, joy to me. Seva sukha dukha param sampada nashoye avidya dukha. Seva sukha dukha. In your seva, in your service, whether I get some joy or I get some difficulty, whether I get sukh or dukh in your seva, that is sampada, that is a treasure to me. Because that establishes and reaffirms my relationship with you. That is of great treasure to me. That you are asking me something, so you are considering me as yours. And you are considering me of some value to you. And that is a sampada, that is a treasure to me. Nashoe avidya dukh. And that, in your service, whatever I do, whatever sukh or dukh I get, that nashoe, nasht, destroys avidya, non-knowledge, and sorrow. Because once I get to know the splendor of my relationship with you, then there is no sorrow left. There is no scope for sorrow. And there is no scope for avidya. Now, the only knowledge that I need to know is what is going to please you. And only in avidya I need, the vidya that I need to know is how can I do it. Anything beyond that, all the material things, whatever is needed, whatever materials, conventional education that is taught in this material world is largely avidya. Because whatever is taught in colleges or in otherwise is how I can exploit better. That is avidya. It's a knowledge, but it is avidya. Avidya is, it's a non-knowledge. Because it does not give any light to reality, the beautiful. Anything, any knowledge that allows you to see reality, that is vidya. And any knowledge that does not pursue knowledge of the reality, that is avidya. And it is so wonderfully explained by Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. What is the definition of vidya and avidya? Very nicely explained. But in a very condensed form, that this seva sukha dukh, in engaging service unto you, whatever comes to me, whatever comes out of that relationship, that destroys avidya, non-knowledge, and sorrow. Purva itihas bhulinu sakal seva sukha pe mane. And in the process, I will forget about all my history. Who am I? What did I do in my previous lives? What did I do last year, 10 years, 5 years ago? All the good or bad I did in my life. That is history, itihas. Purva itihas, all my previous history, bhulinu sakal, I'll forget all that because all that was nonsense I did. Which was keeping me away from knowing reality, the beautiful. So, I will forget, bhulinu is to forget, sakal, everything. I will forget all itihas, all memory of history, all that I have done. Seva sukh pe mane, and in my mind, mana, I will only be happy in performing, giving service unto you. And that is going to keep my mind happy. Ami to tomar, tumi to amar, ki kaj apar dhane. Ami, I, to am, tomar, your. I am yours. And tumi to amar, and you are mine. Sometimes I may even feel, just like the gopis of Vrindavan, that each gopi thinks, I am completely for you, O Krishna, and you are completely mine. And Krishna fulfills that, because in all the pastimes of Krishna, each Krishna expands as a personalized Krishna to each one of the gopi. Where the gopi is saying, the gopi has got exclusive attention and presence of Krishna. Each one of them have that. And each of the queens of Krishna, he is personally there with him at all the time. So that is that feeling, Amita Tomara, I am yours and you are mine. Just like people who are deeply in love, what do they feel? No? I'm yours and you are mine, and that is all that matters. Right? Amito tomara tumi tomar, ki kaj apar dhane. Beyond this relationship, what use is the need for a great amount of treasure? material treasure. Ki kaj, there's no purpose to it. Apart, even if you have great access to wealth, material wealth, that is of no value compared to this relationship. I'm yours and you are mine. Bhakti vinod anande dubiya tomara seva rature. And saying so, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, I am now inundated in happiness and bliss. Dubiya, anand. Anand is bliss. In the ocean of bliss, I am inundated. I've taken a deep dive into this ocean of happiness. How? Tomara sevaratore, in serving you, O Lord. Sab cheshta kore tav iksha mate. Sab, all, cheshta, endeavors, kore. All the endeavors that I do is according to tav iksha mate, according to your desire. All my efforts and endeavors are according to what will please you. Tava iksha mate, root word here in Sanskrit is matra, exclusively. I do only those things exclusively that tava iksha, what is your desire, O Lord? You tell me. And all my effort is only on that, on nothing else. I don't care about maintaining myself. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about any other titles and so on. Thakiya tomaro ghore. And like this, I stay in your house. Just allow me to stay in your house. So that is such a beautiful Kirtan by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Atmaniveding, offering yourself completely for the satisfaction of your beloved, the Supreme. So, having seen now the meaning of this, let us sing it one more time, and that way we'll more connect with the meaning and the spoken words. Yeah? Atmanivedan tuya pade kori hoinu param sukhi. Atmanivedan tuya pade kori hoinu param sukhi. Dukh dure gelo chinta na rahilo. Dukh dure gelo chinta na rahilo. चौड़ी के आनंद देखी, चौड़ी के आनंद देखी। अशोक अभय अमृत आधार तुम्हारा चरण द्वय। अशोक अभय अमृत आधार तुम्हारा चरण द्वय। ताहे ते कौन विश्राम लोभिया, ताहे ते कौन विश्राम लोभिया। छाड़िनु भवेर भय, छाड़िनु भवेर भय। तोमारा संसारे कोरिबो सेवन, नाई बो फलेर भागी। तोमारा संसारे कोरिबो सेवन, नाई बो फलेर भागी। तब सुख जाहे कोरिबो जतन, तब सुख जाहे कोरिबो जतन। होए पदे अनुरागी, होए पदे अनुरागी। तोमारा सेवय दुख होए जतो, सोई तो परम सुख। तोमारा सेवय दुख होए जतो, सोई तो परम सुख। सेवा सुख दुख परम संपदा, सेवा सुख दुख परम संपदा। नाशोए अविद्या दुख, नाशोए अविद्या दुख। પૂર્વ ઇતિહાસ ભૂલીનું સકલ સેવા સુખ પ્રેમાને પૂર્વ ઇતિહાસ ભૂલીનું સકલ સેવા સુખ પ્રેમાને আমি তো তোমার তুমি তো আমার আমি তো তোমার তুমি তো আমার কি কাজ আপার দানে কি কাজ আপার দানে ভক্তি বিনোদ আনন্দে ডুবিয়া তোমারা সেवर তোরে ভক্তি বিনোদ आनंदे डूबिया तुम्हारा सेवर तोरे सब चेष्टा कोरे तव इच्छा मत सब चेष्टा कोरे तव इच्छा मत ठाकिया तुम्हारा घरे ठाकिया तुम्हारा घरे ठाकिया तुम्हारा घोरे ठाकिया तुम्हारा घोरे आत्मनिवेदन तुया पदे कोरी होइनु परम सुखी आत्मनिवेदन तुया पदे कोरी होइनु परम सुखी. It just gladdens my heart singing these songs. So I guess we can sing Hari Haraya, no?
Yeah.
Bhaj Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Bhaj Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinath Madan Mohana Giridhari Gopinath Madan Mohana Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunatha Chai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana Chai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana Jahan hoite Vignana Sab Abhishta Purana Jahan hoite Vignana Sab Abhishta Purana Chai Gosai Jar Mui Tara Dasa Chai Gosai Jar Mui Tara Dasa Mansabara Renu Mora Panchagrasa Tasavara Pada Renu Mora Panchagrasa Tandera Charan Se Bhi Bhakta Sane Basa Tandera Charan अभिलाष जन्म जन्म मोरा हे अभिलाष हे छाय गोसाई जबे ब्रज कोइला बास हे छाय गोसाई जबे ब्रज कोइला बास राधा कृष्ण नित्य लीला गौरीला प्रकाश राधा कृष्ण नित्य लीला गौरीला प्रकाश आनंदे बोलो हरि भज वृंदावन 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 श्री गुरु वैष्णव पादे माझ्या मन श्री गुरु वैष्णव पादे माझ्या मन श्री गुरु वैष्णव पाद पद्म कोरी आस श्री गुरु वैष्णव पाद पद्म कोरी आस हरि नाम संकीर्तन कोहे नरोत्तम दास नाम संकीर्तन कोहे नरोत्तम दास हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे निताय गौरांग 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 जय गौरा हरि निताय गौरांग जय गौरा हरि निताय 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 गौरांग निताय 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 गौरांग निताय गौरांग जय गौरा हरि निताय गौरांग जय गौरा हरि जय सचिनंदन 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 गौरा हरि जय सचिनंदन गौरा हरि हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम जय श्री परकर श्री श्री गुरु गौरंग गंधर्व गोविंद सुंदर गिरिधारी गोपाल जीव की जय। जय श्रीला भक्ति पावन जनार्दन महाराज की जय। जय श्रीला भक्ति निर्मलाचार्य महाराज की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस श्रीला भक्ति सुंदर गोविंद देव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस श्रीला भक्ति रक्षक श्रीधर देव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस श्रीला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद श्रीला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद श्रीला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद श्रीला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। श्री रूप नुगु गुरु वर्ग की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण की जय। श्रीला विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती प्रभु की जय। श्री नरोत्तम श्यामानंद श्रीनिवास आचार्य प्रभु की जय। श्रीला वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय। श्रीला कृष्णदास कविराज की जय। सपार्षद श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। सपार्षद श्रीमन महाप्रभु की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। श्री लक्ष्मी वराह देव की जय। शुद्ध भक्ति विघ्न विनाशाय श्री नरसिंह देव की जय। भक्त प्रभार प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। गंगा जमुना जी की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। विश्व वैष्णव राजसभा की जय। अकार मठ राज श्री चैतन्य मठ की जय। तदीय शाखा मठ की जय। श्री चैतन्य सारस्वत मठ की जय। विश्वव्यापी तदीय शाखा मठ की जय। श्रीधाम मायापुर की जय। श्रीधाम नवद्वीप की जय। वृंदावन पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ जी की जय। बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ जी की जय। श्री गोविंद कुंड की जय। श्री सदाशिव गंगाधर जी की जय। समवेत वैष्णव मंडल की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। गोविंद मेला की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय। जय आनंद प्रभु की जय।